Hello everyone, this is Sam from Language Atlas, and in this video I would like to show you the Arabic A1 vocabulary Anki deck. In this video we will go over three things. First, I would like to show the course structure of the Arabic A1 vocabulary Anki deck. Second, I'd like to show the course content. And third, I'd like to show you some brief system and editing options. Now you can see that I have the Arabic A1 vocabulary Anki deck right over here. Now normally you would double click on the Anki deck to open it, but I've already done so, as you can see right over here. So I'll just quickly maximize Anki. And before I get started with the course structure, there is one thing that I would like to note. This deck teaches modern standard Arabic. This is the standard form of Arabic used in books, schools, news, work, and formal situations. Now, modern standard Arabic is ideal because it gives you Arabic that is understood all across the Arabic-speaking world. It does not limit you to one local dialect, but this lets you communicate with people all over the Arabic-speaking world. Now, having said that, let's get started with the first point, which is to show you the course structure. Now, inside of the Arabic A1 vocabulary Anki deck, you can see that there are 9 chapters. Beginning with chapter 1 pronouns, then chapter 2 conjunctions, chapter 3 verbs, chapter 4 determiners, chapter 5 nouns, chapter 6 adjectives, chapter 7 adverbs, chapter 8 prepositions, and finally chapter 9 numbers. Now if I go to chapter 5 nouns, in front of it you can see that there's a little plus icon. If I click on it, you can see that there are subdecks inside of the chapter 5 nouns deck. 20 subdecks to be precise. Now what I've done is that I've categorized all nouns by theme, ranging from academia and intellect, animals, arts and entertainment, all the way to time, math, numbers, and transportation. Now I've done this so it is easier for you to study nouns by theme. So if you wish to learn more about clothing and fashion, you can do so. Food and drinks, materials and substances, nature and environment, whichever theme you're interested in, you are able to learn more about it. So that was my first point, which was to show the course structure. Now I'd like to get started with my second point, which is to show you the course content. And I'll do so by having a look at 3 Anki decks within the overall Arabic A1 vocabulary Anki deck. I'll have a look at chapter 5 nouns. And to be precise, I'll have a look at society and economy. I will have a look at chapter 6 adjectives, and I'll have a look at chapter 3 verbs. Now I can't show you all of them, but I do believe that by having a look at these 3 Anki decks, you will have a better understanding of the overall Anki deck. You'll have a better image, a better feeling, and I do think that this will help you a lot. So we'll start with chapter 5 nouns, and we will go to society and economy, and I'll click on study now. So this is the first card type that we see. We see that there is an Arabic sentence, but the Arabic sentence has a blank area. And it's your job to know what goes inside of this blank area. Underneath that, we see that there is an English translation of the Arabic sentence, but a certain part is bolded and underlined. Huda owns a small company, and a company is bolded and underlined. This is because it's your job to know what a company is in Arabic. And of course, this is what goes over here, in the blank area. Underneath that, we have a visual representation of the sentence. We have a visual representation of the word that we're learning. And this is here because many studies have shown that if you have such a visual representation, it is a lot easier for you to understand and memorize the word in a sentence that you're doing and learning. So this is here for your benefit. So, Arabic sentence with a part that is blank and you have to know what goes inside of it. English translation sentence with the part that is bold and underlined, a company in this case, so we have to know what the company is in Arabic. And the picture, a visual representation. So, what is a company in Arabic?
تملك هدى شركة صغيرة. الشركة شركة. الشركات شركات.
Great. So we can see that there are 4 areas. We have a sentence area, which is this one, which is the first area. The second area is a singular area. The third area is a plural area. And the fourth bonus one, which is a smaller one, is a root area. I'll begin by explaining and showing the sentence area. So over here we have the correct answer sentence. And we can see that a certain part is bolded and color-coded as pink. Now why is this the case? Arabic is a gendered language. That means that all nouns are either masculine or they are feminine. Now what I've done is that I've color-coded all nouns. All masculine nouns show up as blue, and all feminine nouns show up as pink. So we can see over here that the answer is in pink, the word that we're looking for. So the company is feminine. Now this is hugely to your advantage because knowing the gender of nouns is very important. It will help you a lot in understanding and using Arabic. Think, for example, when using adjectives, for example. Now, this will help you immediately recognize the gender of the noun. It will make it easier to memorize it and it will make it easier to understand it as well. This is hugely to your benefit. So, correct answer sentence and with the correct word that we're looking for, bold and in the color pink because it is feminine. Underneath the answer sentence, we have the same sentence but with harakat attached. But what is this? The harakat are the small vowel and pronunciation marks written above or below Arabic letters. Arabic is often written without short vowels, so a word can be hard to pronounce when you're still learning. The harakat show you the missing vowel sounds and other pronunciation details and help you read the word correctly. So if you look over here, you see a little detail over here, a little mark over here, one as well over here, here and here, and here, and many other places as well. They are not here in the original answer sentence, but they are here in this area. So the harakat really make it easier for you to understand how to pronounce things correctly, and this will help you a lot when learning Arabic. So underneath the sentence with harakat, we have the IPA notation of the sentence. Now this is also there for your benefit. This is also another way to make pronunciation easier. So you can rely on both of them, one of them, or simply you can rely on audio, whichever one you prefer. But this is here for your pronunciation and you can improve it this way. So over here we have the English translation sentence and finally we have the audio.
تملك هدى شركة صغيرة.
Great. So that was the sentence area. Now I'd like to go to the singular area. We have the singular noun in its definite and indefinite form. And we also have a female symbol. So this again is a nice little reminder for the fact that a company is female in Arabic. Underneath the singular part, we have the word in harakat as well. So this will help you with your pronunciation. We have the words again, but with IPA notation. So again, this will also help you with your pronunciation. So this entire part is for your benefit when it comes to pronunciation. This will help you a lot. We have the singular translation in English for company. So again, you see the company. Audio.
الشركة شركة.
Great. So the third area is the plural area. We see the plural form in its definite and indefinite form. Again, we see the harakat. So this will help you with your pronunciation. We see the IPA. This will also help with pronunciation. We have plural English translation and we have audio.
الشركات شركات.
Great. And the fourth area is kind of a bonus area. So this is the noun roots. So this is the root form. Now, many Arabic words are built from roots, and a root is usually made of 3 Arabic letters and connects related words together. In this case, this root is connected to the idea of sharing, partnerships, or being involved together. And this makes sense because we're learning about a company or the company. Now, you do not need to look at them and immediately memorize them, but it does help to have a look at them, and over time you'll be able to notice patterns. And this will help you a lot with understanding Arabic and becoming better at it. So let's continue and do another card. Do you have a passport? So we have to know how to say a passport in Arabic. And again, you see the sentence with a blank area and a picture. So a passport in Arabic, how do you say that?
هل لديك جواز سفر؟ جواز السفر جواز سفر. جوازات السفر جوازات سفر.
Great. So same setup, we have the singular area. Sorry, we have the sentence area over here. Then we have the singular area. We have the plural area. And then we have the root form. But you may have noticed something interesting. And that is that the correct answer over here shows up in blue. Now again, why is this the case? Well, we said that Arabic is a gender language. And we said that if you see something in blue, it means that it's masculine. If you see something in pink, it means that it's feminine. This shows up as blue. So we know that passport in Arabic is a masculine word. Great. So if we go down to the singular area, you can see there's a male symbol over here as well. So before we saw a female symbol because a company was female, and over here we see a male symbol because a passport is masculine. So again, same setup. Noun in its definite and indefinite form. The word with harakat, which helps with pronunciation. We have the IPA notation, this also helps with pronunciation. The passport, audio.
جواز السفر جواز سفر.
And again, we have the plural form, definite, indefinite form. حركات. We have the IPA. The passport is plural. Audio.
جوازات السفر. جوازات سفر.
And we have the root. The dollar rose against the euro. How do you say the dollar?
ارتفع الدولار مقابل اليورو. الدولار دولار. الدولارات دولارات.
Great. Let's continue. The electricity bill arrived this morning. How do you say the bill?
وصلت فاتورة الكهرباء هذا الصباح. الفاتورة فاتورة. الفواتير فواتير.
Great. So same setup, sentence area, singular, plural. In this case, there is no root because this is a loan word, so it comes from a different language. Does the report cover all the topics? How do you say the report?
هل يغطي التقرير كل المواضيع؟ التقرير تقرير. التقارير تقارير.
Wonderful. Let's do one more. I bought a present for my mother on her birthday. How do you say a present?
اشتريت هدية لأمي في عيد ميلادها. الهدية هدية. الهدايا هدايا.
Great. So just a last recap. Sentence area over here. Normal sentence. Sentence with harakat, IPA, English translation, and audio.
اشتريت هدية لأمي في عيد ميلادها.
We have the singular area, definite and indefinite form, harakat, IPA, English translation, and audio.
الهدية هدية.
And finally, we have the plural form, the plural area. So we see definite, indefinite form, harakat, IPA, the English translation, and audio.
الهدايا هدايا.
And as a bonus, we have the root. Great. So I could continue, but I think you get the picture. More cards. So let's do another deck. We'll go to chapter 6 adjectives, and I'd like to click on study now. Great. So we see the same setup. Arabic sentence. There is a blank area right over here, and we have to know what goes inside of the blank area. We have the English translation, and we see that old is bolded and underlined, so we have to know how to say old in Arabic. And we have a visual representation of the Arabic sentence and word that we're trying to learn. So, how do you say old in Arabic?
يسكن في هذا البيت رجل كبير. كبير كبيرة. كبار.
Great. So, same setup, singular sentence area, singular area, plural area, and then the root. But you may have noticed an interesting difference over here, and that is that the correct word, the one that we're looking for, is in the color indigo. Now, why is this the case? Well, this has no special meaning. So the fact that it's indigo has no special meaning. It's only here, so you can immediately spot the correct word in the answer sentence. So before, when we did nouns, colors did have a meaning. If you saw a blue noun, it meant it was masculine. If you saw a pink noun, it meant it was feminine. But for all other cards, all other decks, everything else, the correct answer will show up as indigo, and this only allows you to immediately spot the answer. So this is a nice visual cue. It has no special meaning, but it's just there so you can immediately see the answer. Great. So again, we all know this sentence with harakat. So this is for your pronunciation, IPA notation, English translation, audio.
يسكن في هذا البيت رجل كبير.
And we have over here, this is now something that we would like to show you. We have the adjective in its masculine and in its feminine form. So again, note that Arabic is a gendered language, so adjectives have masculine and feminine forms. We have the adjective in its harakat form. We have the IPA notation, and we have the English translation.
كبير كبيرة.
We have the plural form of the adjective, harakat, IPA notation, audio.
كبار.
And finally, we have the nice little bonus, which is the root. I watched a long film yesterday. How do you say long?
شاهدت فيلما طويلا أمس. طويل طويلة. طوال.
Great. So we see the same setup, sentence area, singular, plural, and audio. He is the only employee here today. How do you say only?
هو الموظف الوحيد هنا اليوم. وحيد، وحيدة. وحيدون، وحيدات.
Great. So we already know this sentence area, singular area in its masculine and adjective in its feminine form, with the plural area, adjective in its masculine plural and in its feminine plural, and root. He is the best player on the team. How do you say best?
هو أفضل لاعب في الفريق. أفضل، فضة. أفاضل.
Great. Let's do one more. Do you have a black pen? How do you say black?
هل عندك قلم أسود؟ أسود، سوداء. سود.
Great. Now, sometimes you see that there is no masculine or feminine form for the plural. There's just one plural form. This can happen as well. Sometimes adjectives have a masculine and feminine form, but sometimes you also see that there's just one general plural form. Now, that was what I wanted to show you for adjectives. I'd like to go to my third one, which is verbs. And I will click on Study Now. So we see the same setup, Arabic sentence, blank area. We see English translation sentence. My father closed the house door securely before sleeping. How do you say closed? And we see a visual representation image. So closed.
أغلق والدي باب البيت جيدا قبل النوم. أغلق، يغلق.
Great. So in terms of setup, I don't think there's a big surprise. We have the sentence area over here. Correct sentence answer shows up in indigo. We have the correct answer sentence with harakat, which helps with pronunciation. We have the IPA notation. We have the English translation. And we have the audio.
أغلق والدي باب البيت جيدا قبل النوم.
But in the verb area, there is something that I would like to share with you. Now, you may have noticed that there are actually two answers over here. Now, why is this the case? Arabic verbs are shown with two forms because Arabic does not usually use an English style full verb form, such as to begin, to eat, or to have as the main learning form. For example, here we can see he closed and he closes. Now, these two forms are essentially third person masculine singular past and present. Now, these two forms matter because they give you the main base form of the verb, and the past form is the normal dictionary or base form, and the present form shows how the verb behaves in the present tense. And later you can build on this, and later you can use these forms to say things such as I close, you close, he, she closes, we close, etc. So this is the past one, and this is the present one. So when you do this deck, you will always encounter this duo. You'll always see the third person masculine singular past one and the present one. And this is really to your benefit. Once you know the base forms, it is easier to conjugate, it's easier to play with it. So this is really to your benefit. So both verb forms, third person masculine past and present. We have the versions over here with harakat, which will help you with your pronunciation. We have the IPA notation. And finally, we have the full verb in English, which is to close. We have the audio.
أغلق، يغلق.
Great. We have the bonus area as well with the root, but also you see over here form 4. Now the form part tells you the pattern, and these patterns are often called form 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Now you don't need to master all the verb forms the moment you see them, but over time you will notice how Arabic verbs are built. So it's nice to have a look at these forms, and after a certain while you'll be able to see the patterns, and it will be a lot easier for you as well. Let's continue. At the intersection, the driver waited for the green light. How do you say waited?
عند التقاطع انتظر السائق الضوء الأخضر. انتظر، ينتظر.
Great. So same setup we've seen before. We have the sentence area, we have the verb area, and then we have in the past and present form, harakat, IPA notation, English translation, and then we see the root and a different form. Karim added some spices to the chicken.
أضاف كريم بعض البهارات إلى الدجاج. أضاف، يضيف.
And great. Again, we see the same setup. You know this. We have the sentence area, we have the verb area, and all the verbs that you will do over here in the verb form area or in the verbs area are always in the third person masculine singular past. So you will learn the base form of the verb always, and this is a really good exercise for you because once you know the base form, it allows you to conjugate it. You can do different things with it. So this setup will help you a lot. When did your uncle come from London? Come.
متى جاء عمك من لندن؟ جاء، يجي.
During the long flight, the passenger watched 3 films. How do you say watched?
خلال الرحلة الطويلة، شاهد المسافر 3 أفلام. شاهد، يشاهد.
A traveler took a taxi to the hotel.
أخذ المسافر سيارة أجرة إلى الفندق. أخذ، يأخذ.
Great. So just one more time, we have the sentence area, the area with harakat for your pronunciation, IP notation, English translation, sentence, and audio.
أخذ المسافر سيارة أجرة إلى الفندق.
And we see that the correct one is in indigo. We have the verb area, which is third person masculine singular past and present. Harakat, IP notation, English translation, audio.
أخذ، يأخذ.
And all sentences will test you on the third person masculine singular past, so you will know the base form. Great. So that was what I wanted to show you for the course structure. Now I'd like to go to my third point, which is to show you some brief system and editing options. Now, you may have noticed that all of the exercises we have done so far were fill in the blank exercises. You see a sentence with a blank area, and it's your job to know what goes inside of the blank area. For those that want to practice their spelling, there's an optional typing exercise. This is disabled by default, but I will show you how to enable it. So we will go to Browse. We will click on the Arabic A1 vocabulary Anki deck. And then if you go to any card, it doesn't matter. Click on any card, it doesn't matter. If you scroll down, we can see that there's a field called Enable Typing Practice. Now all you have to do is enter yes there, and this card will have an additional typing exercise for you as well. But doing this one by one for all of these cards is a very slow and tedious process. So I will show you how to enable this. Click on any of them, then you do Control A or Command A, right mouse click, we'll go to Notes, and we will go to Find and Replace. We want to find the empty area, we want to replace this with the word yes, and we want to do this for the Enable Typing Practice field. So find nothing, replace it with yes, and in the Enable Typing Practice field. Click on OK, and all of a sudden you see that there's a yes over here, and we can do some typing exercises. So let's see what that looks like. I'll go over here to Nouns, or let's do the one that we did before. I'll go to Nouns. I will go to Society and Economy, and I will click on Study Now. So this is a card that we've already seen before. Huda owns a small company, where before we had to simply know what a company is. Now we have to spell the word. Now we have to type it. So the second card type really tests if you can type the word correctly. So how do you type a company in Arabic? So I'll answer with the correct answer and let's see what happens.
تملك هدى شركة صغيرة. الشركة، شركة. الشركات، شركات.
Great. So you can see that if you entered the correct answer, Anki shows it to you in green. Now this is really helpful for you because you immediately get the right feedback. You immediately know if the answer you entered in was correct or not. But what happens if you do not know the correct answer? Let's have a look. So this is a sentence that we've seen before. We've seen this card before. Do you have a passport? Let's see what happens if we answer it with an incorrect answer. So I will answer with an incorrect answer. Let's see what happens.
هل لديك جواز سفر؟ جواز السفر، جواز سفر. جوازات السفر، جوازات سفر.
So you can see right over here, Anki shows you what was correct in green, but this part was incorrect. So Anki shows it in red. I made a mistake. Underneath that, you see what the answer was supposed to be. So this I already had, this shows up in green. But this part right over here, this is what I should have had. But unfortunately, I didn't enter the right information. But that's okay. So the beautiful thing about this typing card is that Anki immediately gives you the right feedback. It shows you what you did well, what you did wrong. So this will help you a lot for those that want to practice their typing. But let's say that you want to go back to the first card type. So you only want to have the fill in the blanks. You don't want the typing anymore. You go to browse as we just did before. Let me just do it again. I'll go to browse. Then you click on the A1 Anki deck. And what we essentially want to do is we want to get rid of the word yes that we have over here. And again, deleting all the yeses one by one is a very slow process. So I'll show you how to do it faster. Click on any of the cards, doesn't matter which one. Right mouse click, notes, and we'll go to find and replace. And we want to find the word yes. We want to replace this with nothing. And we want to do this for the field enable typing practice. Click on OK. And you can see that the word yes is gone. Exit this. I'll go to decks. So we'll go to tools. We will go to empty cards. And you can see over here, I have all the optional typing practice cards. I'll click on delete and we got rid of them. And now we're back to only the fill in the blank cards that we saw before. So the first card type. Great. So there's one more thing that I would like to show you. Many people ask me the question, Sam, how do you regulate how many cards you do per day? And what are the best settings for Anki? Well, this is what I'll show you now. Next to the modern standard Arabic A1 part, we have a little icon. Click on it. There's an options area. We click on options and we have a pop-up. And this pop-up says daily limits. Over here, we have new cards per day, which is 15. And we have maximum reviews per day, which is 150. So if you want to change the amount of new cards you do per day, you can do it over here. So I can change this from 15 to 30, for example. I can increase it. In this part over here, maximum reviews per day is essentially about reviews. And a review is essentially a card that you've done before. And this is maximum reviews per day. So currently I will be doing a maximum amount of 150 reviews. This does not mean that every day I see 150 reviews, but it's a maximum amount. So it could be 20, it could be 30 as well. So I can increase this to 300 if I wish to do so. And you can see that the numbers have increased. I can go to options. So I can decrease this to 5 and I can decrease this to 50. So if you want to have a lower amount of cards, it's fine as well. And you can see that total has decreased. But let's say that I want to go back to how it was, and this is what I recommend. 50 new cards per day and 150 reviews. I think this is a good amount if you're a beginner, if you're new to Anki. It gives you a decent amount of cards, but it doesn't overwhelm you. But of course, you can increase it or decrease it as you see fit. But please do an amount of cards that is reasonable for you, that you know that you will do. So if I scroll down, I see an area called FSRS. And you see I have it turned on. Now what is this? Essentially, this is the new algorithm. Now, Anki has a default algorithm, but this is the new one. This is a lot better. Now, many studies have gone into this, and essentially it says that this algorithm is a lot more effective and a lot more efficient. So you're able to memorize the cards in a better way, in a more effective and efficient way. And the algorithm essentially determines which cards you see when. So this is a lot smarter, a lot better than the default one of Anki. So I have it turned on, and desired retention I have to 90%. And I recommend you do the same as well. So one more time, new cards per day I have 15, and maximum reviews I have 150. And FSRS I have it turned on, and desired retention I have 90%. Click on save, and that was it for this video. I'd like to thank you so much for watching my explainer video for the Arabic A1 vocabulary Anki deck. Of course, we use the modern standard version of it. You can get the deck at languageatlas.com. I repeat, at languageatlas.com. I will share the links in the comment section and in the description, so you immediately know where to go if you want to get the deck or if you simply want to have more information. Thank you again for watching. I wish you the best of luck when it comes to learning the Arabic language. And good day and have an amazing day. Goodbye.